Using pivot tables is a great way to automate your reporting, even if the end result is going to be a PowerPoint presentation. Especially maybe if you will also include Power Query inside of Excel, then you can fully automate everything as regards your reporting, from data transformation until the end presentation. But you need to know one trick as regards taking your chart from Excel or a pivot table, as we will see in a second, and embedding it into a PowerPoint presentation. It's as easy as follows. You just copy your chart, but then instead of pasting it in a normal way, you use the paste special option, paste link, which is very important, and then you can see your Excel chart object with the whole path of the file and the chart name is being embedded in a dynamic way. This means that whenever you change something in your pivot table, it's going to automatically be reflected also in the PowerPoint presentation. If both of your files are closed, first open the Excel file, then open the PowerPoint, and then update your pivot table. It's not that simple as regards pivot tables, although of course this is possible to repeat the whole process. Let's try to copy the content of a pivot table and paste it in a very similar way. Paste special, paste link. You can see right now I'm pasting a Microsoft Excel worksheet object, but this is rather a row and column reference than the whole pivot table content. After hitting OK, your presentation will be updated, and it's even alive whenever you change something in a pivot table. But as you can see, you're referencing to a static range of cells, and you might exceed it, or you might show less rows than before. But if you remember dynamic ranges that we introduced in the lesson 12.9, then you might create a defined name which is going to be dynamic based on the content of a pivot table, and you can paste it in a more dynamic way. I'm not going to repeat that, but I'm just going to create the defined name. Let's call it table. And when I'm copying right now this content of the table and pasting it special as a link, you can see right now I'm rather pasting an object table than the range of cells. This has an advantage that whenever you change something and your dynamic range introduced in the exercise 12.9 is going to react on that dynamically by changing the range of cells by using the offset formula, you might notice that after saving your file, your PowerPoint presentation will react on that and will always show the whole content of a pivot table. But this technique might require resizing the image you have in your presentation.